Welcome, boys. Okay, this video is for Pantera P7B. He asked what kind of camera I use to record. And so when I'm not using the cell phone for its high quality audio and video I don't need to get up and close for, this is what I use. The Frisby Extreme 4K Wi-Fi. This is what it looks like. On the side it takes a memory card, has the little port for charging, the micro USB, and then it has a little bitty port there that you can use to plug this into like a TV or something. And I forgot what this thing called, but it's that kind of input. But the more important thing to note is that I can't find this anymore. It's out of stock everywhere, so I'm guessing it has been discontinued for a newer version. This is the kind of memory card that I use for it. It does take a 64 gig, so that's the 64 gig micro SD. It's got the little 10, so you need to have the 10. I believe this is the Extreme, or I guess in this case SanDisk Ultra. But it has to have the A1, the 10, in order to be able to record and write stuff that quickly. So that's the card I use in that camera. This is the features of it, so you might be able to find a camera that is similar enough. If this thing will focus. So photo and video does take pictures as well, although I don't usually use it for that unless I forget my cell phone to take the thumbnail. I'll use that for it. But this is the stuff it comes with. 16 megapixel camera, supports 64 gig, as I mentioned. And here are some of the specs here. So 16 megapixel, 64 gig, resolution's 4K at 30 frames per second, 2.7K at 30 frames per second, and I record with this thing in 1080p at 60 frames per second. You can also do 1080p at 30 frames, although I don't know why you would, because you could just use a cell phone for that, and it would have better audio quality for the microphone. And it should also be noted that it does have, which I don't think it mentions on here. Yeah, okay, it does. It's Wi-Fi. So in some of my videos, you'll note that you can see the image, you can see what this camera sees on a cell phone that I have magnetically stuck to my car frame, and that's because you can turn Wi-Fi on this, and when you have that program, I have the XVD or whatever the hell it is, that's what it is used to so I can see what this thing sees when I'm wearing it on my head, because this is what I use. When I'm wearing it on my head, just clips in here, and then that you can adjust it while it's on your head, or I'll use a tripod setup if I'm using one of those. And for my headrest reviews, I do use this, which I suction cup mount onto the window, and then I use my adapters and things to attach the camera to there. So this will record me with when I'm doing the headrest review, and then I actually record audio separately on a cell phone, just recording audio, and then I take that and then put it in the editor, and then that way I use the audio from the cell phone because it records and picks up better than what this camera does. And this is the app I was talking about. It is XDV. So what you have to do is turn on the Wi-Fi on this guy. So I believe I can just press up. Yeah, so Wi-Fi is now on. Wi-Fi password, blah, 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 blah. So we go Wi-Fi on. Okay, there it is, Action Cam. So you may want to also try something like CLAC 40 Action Cam, maybe. You connect that. Okay, it's connected. So once that's connected, then we can go to this app, the XDV app. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You do have to have the freaking GPS on for some reason. Yeah, whatever. And damn. Okay, so now that that's on, now we can click on it. I say that, okay, so then we go to shoot, connecting, and then this should work. Yeah, so at this point then, say I can aim this camera, look it around, while this is looking at stuff. This shows you what it sees. And then of course you can just hit from the cell phone now, take a picture, record, or whatever, and then that's how that works. You control it from the cell phone at this point. You don't have to mess with any buttons from the camera. So that is the camera I use. You should try to find one that's similar to it, since I also cannot locate the Frisby Extreme 4K Wi-Fi. And then this is the app you would use if you want to mount it someplace where you can't see the camera, such as when you're working on a car and you're wearing it on your head or something, and then you can turn it on and off like that. So hopefully this helps you, Pantera P7B, and anyone else who's curious. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.